Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be doing a quick project. Not quick, I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I did want to start the day off in the backyard showing you some of the stuff that's really in peak bloom right now. It's not much. I'm not much of a bulb planter. I'm trying to be better about it as I develop the gardens and feel more comfortable with them. But you can see right behind me, service berries are in bloom and the Jane magnolias, and we're starting to see more late blooming daffodils. So let's flip the camera around and show you. So over here, where we're gonna talk about eventually what my plan is back here, we have the beautiful Jane magnolia. We had some really gusty wind last night that, we weren't warned about, but it's still looking really pretty. Nice bursts of color, smells really good. I did go through the other day and prune out some of the thinner branches and some of the lower ones because she's starting to grow pretty quick and I want a nice broad open magnolia here. Scooting this way, we have, sorry about the lighting, we're gonna try to tone this down. Let me see if I can get a better angle this way. We have some thalia daffodils blooming below, which is one of my absolute favorite daffodils, and some dandelions as well, but these are absolutely the sweetest daffodils, and they're holding up pretty well in this area considering it's kind of a low spot in our yard that holds water, which you think our service berries would love, but these are older ones that I did transplant from a lady, and I don't know, I think it's taken quite a bit of time. I feel like service berries take quite a bit of time to establish themselves before they start looking really good, but I'm not willing to give these ones up just yet, just because they really look so good in this area, and they'll look better once we get that fire pit area looking better. So the caution tape is because we have grass, well, we're trying to get grass growing in that area, but not much else as far as spring blooms in the garden around here. Like I said, I'm still contemplating what I wanted to do. I actually did plant a bunch of tulip bulbs in this long bed. They did not make it, but we have this poor baby. This is that magnolia we talked about in our tour. Really windswept, but the flowers are really, I don't know, they're really interesting. Like I don't know how to, I don't even know why this is here. I don't even know how to describe it. Like antique, I mean, some of them are clearly damaged from our cold nights, but this one in particular is called Cosmic Gem. The flowers did smell really, really good on it the first time. And then here's a little tip for you. If you start seeing these pods, these are praying mantis pods, destroy these. They're an invasive species and we don't want any more of those. Well, at least somebody's getting a little snack here. One of the other plants that I want to show you that's in bloom right now are the species tulips. These are really, really pretty. I can't remember the name exactly. I'll throw it up on the screen of what variety they are, but you can see here the pink backings on them, and they open up white, and they're prolific. And this is the second year for them. And let me tell you, I'm planting far more species tulips moving forward. I know we've got a lot going on. It looks chaotic. I swear it's all gonna come together. We've also got the bluebells up here blooming, some random daffodils along the way, a lot of drip tubing that either needs to come up or go, but the bluebells are out, and so are the pulmonaria. Looking absolutely beautiful. Love that pink color. And there's some primula called Valentine part of the Ballerina series. That one came out a while ago. And that's pretty much going to wrap that up. Okay, so right now traffic is really picking up because it's the end of the workday for a lot of people. But we're out here at the corner bed of our driveway, and this is an area I can't believe I've let look like this. Now, today I did go through and I picked out a bunch of stuff that I needed to get rid of, which were a lot of like self-seeded salvia varieties. I have a couple other plants, such as that echinacea, agastaches, some more coneflowers over here, and these grasses that I'm going to pop out, and they're going to just get put off to the side for right now. And then I'm going to move this winterberry holly. This is berry gold, berry heavy gold. It's proven winner's one. I'm going to move that, keep that in the bed because it does like it out here and I like it. But this boxwood, I'm over winter gem boxwoods. I'm not planting anymore. In fact, we've got big news. We have decided to rip out these winter gems that go up to our door. We'll talk about that later. But I'm going to rip this out, throw it to the curb, and put it up for free if anybody else wants it. Maybe they can make it work. I'm just done looking at this. So the overall plan for this bed is to get more interest in here, obviously, with some trees and shrubs, evergreens, some perennials, and then get in some annuals that will really, give us some ongoing color through the entire season. I'm not going to go heavy on annuals moving forward, but I will be putting annuals in here pretty heavily this year, I assume. I do need to come through and fix some of this edging. So what we have to do first is obviously get our plants out, put aside the ones that we're going to keep, but we're going to be bringing in some dirt. I don't know if you can really see it. Let me see if I can get down to show you the grade here, but the grade obviously comes up to our house, and any of the downpours that we do get, the water tends to come right in here, stop, and floods this entire area. So our pine is not going to love that. So my plan is to go to the field next door. We have a big pile of dirt that we've taken from another section of our yard and put off to the side. I'm going to take that and I'm going to mix in some Organic Mechanics compost. This is their planting compost. So you do 10% compost to dirt. It's a 10-to-1 blend with it. Or you can just add it into the hole and mix it in as you please. But it's really, really nice and fluffy. I'm also going to go in and add some more biochar to this area, which is really great amendment because biochar, what it does is, because it's so porous and it looks like charcoal, what it does is it'll actually capture nutrients and slowly release it to your plants, and it provides a high dose of carbon to the plants as well, which is exceptional for growth. And then just to be sure, I picked up some biotone starter fertilizer, so we're definitely going to get these plants off to the right start and have them growing exceptional. So I'll show you the layout of these plants, of what I'm going to do once I get all these guys out of here, and talk to you further about future plans. at some point the video cut out. I think I ran out of storage, so I freed up some stuff. And I also realized that my audio wasn't working either. So sorry about all of that. I am beat though. I'm going to pick this back up after work tomorrow, which will be here in just a second for you, and we'll get the planting part done. I did, what was that, 4 wheelbarrows, and then mixed in a bunch of the compost and the biochar, so everything looks good. I think I got it to the height that I want, and I'm just gonna get my biotone put away so that it doesn't get rained on. I think we're expecting rain tomorrow, and then just kind of clean up some of the other stuff and just make it a little more presentable rather than a bunch of crap hanging around the front yard. So I will see you here in just a few seconds. All right, so it is day 2 now. It is hot today. It is muggy today. We have had rain for the last 2 days. So it's actually not the next day, but close enough. We're gonna get this stuff planted. I'm gonna bust out the auger, get that done. And other than that, we should be able to get it done before the next storm comes in. So let's get going and see how this comes out. I'm really excited about it. It looks really good. Okay, so the first one up is going to be our Burke's Red Variegated Japanese Red Pine. It's gonna go right here in the corner because it's a statement piece. I've already placed the auger where I think I want it. I think it's gonna go a little bit more this way though. Okay, so this provides me enough room for it to grow. It's a little closer this way, but it's okay. I want annuals around here for this year, maybe some more years going on, but once it hits the edges, I want to go through and be able to candle prune it and keep it nice and tight, even though it's not really its habit. Look how good that soil is. I think that's big enough. Okay. Loosen up these roots so they can get right into that good old soil. Not root bound really at all, but just for the sake of the plant, I really want to make sure it's jumping off and getting straight into this soil so it's plenty ready for the season. All right. Ooh. Oh, this poor worm now. Okay. So I'm gonna place this slightly proud. Just so, move this mic. Just so I know the water is draining away from it. And I'm gonna take its needles and put it under, just because I don't wanna look at that. Right now, I don't. And just make sure I'm getting a really good contact with the soil. Oh, she looks so nice here. Oh. I don't know if it did it, but, and I don't know if you can really see it, but it's putting off pollen right now. Lots of it. Tails, and though this does get really big over time, this one only grows about 6 to 10 inches per year, so it should be fine. Rob's out here right now, so I gotta talk quietly, so hear me out. Once this gets bigger, I'll extend this flower bed, but I think I am gonna bring it over just slightly, maybe more into this spot. So it'll be a couple years before it really starts maybe reaching into the grass, and then from there we can go ahead and extend out a little bit. But again, I want to make sure I'm loosening up my soil in this area. So I'm going to dig up a couple holes. Yep. All right, so we're going in with the organic mechanics again. We want to lighten our clay soil and get that drainage in here the best we can. Just amending the soil as we go. Oh, okay. All right, so this is the tiger tail spruce. Again, we're just gonna break up that root ball. There's nice white roots in here. I'm not going aggressively. I'm just, whatever my fingers can rip up here. As I say, I'm not going aggressively. All right, that's a good start. Okay, I do want to get, this is common. We're always going to find weeds popping up in any nursery container. Okay. All right, and then lastly, get some starter fertilizer. Oh, thankful that it's floating the other way. I love that this has the blue undertones, and look at these bright green growth on it already. So I was planning on moving Monty into this area. Oh, that's a deep. Moving Monty into here in this spot, but I just realistically don't think there's enough room for it to be happy long term. I'm gonna tilt this just a little bit. So this will pick up that blue that I was after bringing over here in this area, because I was actually thinking about maybe doing moonstone over here, but after I looked at it, it was very, very blue, and I didn't think I would need it something that jarring next to that red Japanese pine. So this berry heavy gold will get about 6 to 8 foot tall and wide. You can prune on it, which I will, if it encroaches, which it will, onto this pine. but it's not gonna be anytime soon. We just disturbed it. So maybe in another 2-3 years, we'll start to see some branches that will need pruned back. Look at that. Oh, I think I damaged one. Okay. So this is where I'm gonna be planting the white bud mugo pine. This one's gonna get 3 to 4 foot tall and wide. 3 foot tall, 4 foot wide over time. Only puts on about 3 to 5 inches of growth per year. Now you're gonna see 2 things here. One, we have our southern magnolia that the deer broke completely. Buck rubbed it and took it down. Now, I thought this was all new growth coming in and it looked healthy just yesterday, and now it's all dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. And then right here, we have this random red buckeye. I bought this at an Arboretum sale and I planted it. I don't even remember planting it there, but it's got multiple branches on it at this point because it got knocked over, it got weed whacked by somebody. And then it just started growing like that. Problem is with that tree, which it will be a large shrub, small tree, it tends to defoliate during summer because of the heat. So I'm gonna allow it just to stay this year, see what happens. And then if it does that again, I'm probably just gonna plant it in the field next door where it stays pretty soggy, which it would probably much prefer, and we'll go from there. But I think I want a deciduous tree here. I am getting sweat in my eye already because it's so humid out. Let me know what you think. We're gonna be going down to Home Depot here shortly, so I'm gonna take a look at their inventory and see what I come up with. I don't think I made the hole wide enough. Yeah, I think I need to take some edge out here. So I know we were worried about drainage on that side. The grade of the property here comes down. So mogus are really, or how did Roby tell me to pronounce this? Maigu? It's gonna be mogu for the rest of my life because I don't, that doesn't sound right. They prefer to be on the drier side and prefer really free draining soil. So make sure you're picking the right spot. They can handle drought pretty well once established. They can even do a little bit of shade, little bit, not very much. It is best to keep them in full sun though, to maintain that really tight, compact habit and needles throughout the plant. I'm really sorry if this audio is all messed up. You'll see there's some bark going in here. This bark is at least 2 years old. I haven't mulched in a while, so it's not gonna rob the plant of nitrogen. It's not gonna do all that. I've been mixing in my mulch over the years which has helped my soil every time I plant something. Okay. Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, that was a lot. Far too much. I don't even care if compost made it in there. Okay. Look at those roots. Don't be worried about breaking any of the roots if you do get a bit rough. Be perfectly fine. Oh, she's so, she, I don't know. Now this one I am perching up a little bit too, just because of how the soil is around here. We have a bit more clay, which these guys can really actually tolerate well, but I just want to make sure that we get off to a really good start with it. Again, any extra going downstream. Ooh, free fertilizer. They're not necessarily all in a line, so that's good. That's one thing I didn't want. But this is gonna look good as time progresses on, and I'm excited to see how they fill in over the next few years and moving forward. All right, so that's gonna end this video today. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing where the start of some of our Iseli stuff went. There's plenty of more to come. I planned on getting one of our Gotelli weeping in, but the storm's about to come in and we have errands to do and I need to go get washed up. See you guys later.